Hello, my name is Joe Garrett, also known as Stampy, and I am a YouTuber who did gaming videos for a very long time and am best known for playing Minecraft. So I joined YouTube the year that YouTube was created. I was actually kind of a YouTuber before YouTube because I used to do videos on Google Video, which is a platform that most people don't remember because obviously after Google bought YouTube, they got rid of Google Video. But I was just making silly videos with my friends, us doing like bad parkour and animations and all sorts of kind of like parody like music videos and stuff when I was in high school. So I was doing that for a long time. Then when I went to college and university, I would upload my projects onto YouTube. And it was when I was in university, I started doing gaming videos. I used to do like Halo and Call of Duty and all sorts of mostly FPS games, but different genres. And then when I was getting too busy with uni, I basically realized I didn't have time to do the highly produced edited videos I was doing. So I was like, I'll make a new channel just for Let's Plays. And then not long after that, Minecraft came out. And so I was really planning to kind of stop doing YouTube, but I just thought, all my friends are playing Minecraft, I'll record my first night. And then that ended up being kind of the first episode of My Lovely World. And then that's kind of a series that went on for a super long time after that. So it was kind of just a lot of accidental coincidences that led me to kind of doing YouTube and Minecraft. But I guess looking back, it worked out. It might just be on my mind because I watched it again recently, was when I did the Trip to the Moon episode, and it was before you could control the weather in Minecraft, and we had to do loads of takes because it kept raining. And of... Oh no! What the hell? What the hell? Oh my god. The second I started to speak. 2 nights in a row. So that one kind of stands out. And then a lot of the Hit the Target episodes. Probably the best example of that is my first ever battle with Hit the Target when I killed him and he glitched, I don't know if you saw that video, and he stayed there, but he was dead, but he was always like a ghost. And then I was like, he's a ghost now. So like that's another good example of kind of just like rolling with what the game gives you. A wandering trader showed up and it would be weird if I didn't acknowledge him. I think I ended up making a joke about like I was taking Barnaby for a walk and he was taking his llama for a walk or something. But yeah, that's a good example of those things that just kind of happen to come up in videos. Hey Theo, great question. Yeah, like it kind of didn't bother me too much. I feel like with both kind of like internet culture and gaming, there's always like this fight for legitimacy. There's always like, it always feels like those two things in particular, what I was involved with, there's like, it's not taken seriously in the same way that like films and music and books are. And there's kind of, you've got to kind of fight to be appreciated, I suppose. But I've never really felt too involved in that because I kind of just don't care. Like I remember like super early on when I did my first TV interview. And like everyone was like so excited and like people would come up to me and be like, I can't believe like you're on like the BBC News, like isn't that like so cool? Aren't you so proud that you got to be in the news? And I'd always feel like, yeah, it was a cool experience and I'm glad I did it, but I'm more proud of the fact that I did my own thing on my own channel, you know? Like it's sort of like I'm more like that's the thing that I'm proud of. But like for say my parents, like they were really happy and excited and proud about that because that's something they can understand. It's like, oh, my son has done something that the BBC deems newsworthy and now he's on the news. Like, oh, isn't he looking smart in his shirt? Like that was something that they could be happy about. Whereas for me, I'm like, hey, like I made a video in my bedroom, did everything, and like it got this many views, and like I did that like myself. And you know, like it's not to say they wouldn't care about that, but that's a little bit more ambiguous to them. It's a little bit more, you know, just seeing like a number or seeing comments under like a bit of digital media, it's like a little bit harder for them to like grasp like what that means or what the scale of kind of what the channel was back in the day. But it's almost like you need to be accepted by the mainstream in order to be kind of appreciated by people that aren't part of this community. So that's kind of always stood out to me, but like I kind of accidentally stumbled into what I'm doing, so I never really felt like I needed to kind of fight for that personally. But I was kind of happy just staying at home in my bedroom making Minecraft videos and having fun, that like the outside world seemed so distant to what I was doing. I kind of just didn't care that much.
Do you ever get nostalgic from your own videos?
Hey Ewan, in a way, like I think it's different because obviously it's like it's not nostalgia from my childhood because I was an adult when I was making those videos. And like to be honest, like a lot of them, like I can't. I made so many videos like so quickly at such a crazy time in my life. Like I don't actually have many memories of making them or like even what they are unless I watch them back. Like I feel like a lot of the audience kind of knows them better than me. I think I more have nostalgia to like old Minecraft and like the early console versions of Minecraft that I used to play, like the music, like the amount of things that they had in the game and the simplicity. I think I'm more nostalgic to that rather than the video themselves because I never watched and enjoyed my videos. Like I would make them and then they would just be there. So it's like I don't if I watch them back, I'm not like associating watching that with a time of my childhood because my perspective of that video was making it and I can't really remember making most of them, so I probably don't have nostalgia for that, but I do have nostalgia for kind of old console edition Minecraft. I don't know. I think that there's a lot that's really good about YouTube and really valuable. Like YouTube, as it was when I started it, is a very different place from where I am today, for better and for worse. Like, if someone said to me, like, oh, my life goal is I'm going to be a YouTuber, that's my plan for a career, and I don't have a backup, like, I would maybe be a little bit worried about that. But I think expressing yourself creatively is almost always valuable, whether it's as a career or not. And YouTube is still one of the better platforms for longer form video content. So I certainly wouldn't discourage anyone from doing it. And while in some regards it is a dream job doesn't mean like it's always perfect and always good and it isn't intrusive to every other aspect of your life if you want to kind of make a career of it. Like I always think that if I was starting now, like I wouldn't be successful in current day YouTube because I'm not someone who like looks at trends and adapts and is, working out what to be successful. I was someone who happened to be making the type of content that like that audience at the time happened to like, and then I never changed because that's the type of videos I enjoyed making. So I think depending on the type of person that they are, yeah, it's really hard to give a blanket yes or no recommendation there. So I guess I'd say try it with low expectations. If you can enjoy the process of creating and uploading and not expecting a huge amount of views or a huge amount of feedback in terms of comments, like if you can still enjoy that anyway, then anything else comes as a bonus, then you can't lose. If you go in with an expectation that you're going to make this perfect style of video that's going to blow up, like you're setting yourself up for disappointment because the chances are it won't, but if it does, then that's just a great bonus. I mean, it's just from people telling me that. Like, I think it would be unwise, maybe not unwise. I think it may be difficult to have that as the intention, to be like, I'm gonna produce videos to make this impact. I feel like is probably a difficult starting point for a creative endeavor, and that was absolutely not my goal. Like it was, I'm going to record this and then send it to my friends who were also in the video to watch. That was literally the reason I was uploading them, was like the other people in the video would watch them, like Crinzimers Off and Afro Dan, like the people I was playing with back in the day. And then it's really only the last maybe 3 or so years that's kind of I've really felt it, because it's a lot of people like yourself who kind of watched a lot when they were younger and they've now grown up and are at a point where they're articulate enough to be able to express the impact the videos may have had on them as a child. And so it's only from kind of hearing it repeatedly from viewers that I am able to get that, because at the time, just looking at the videos, like there's like you'd get no impression than that. You could look at it and think, oh, it's just something that is going to be idle on in the background, just sort of like something that's just, oh, I like Minecraft, I guess I'll put this video on. Like it's only once everyone kind of grew up, I realized like, oh no, for certain people this meant more than a distraction or a way to find out about what to do in Minecraft. It was a little bit more than that. I don't think there's like a succinct message, I'd say. I think maybe it's like a certain outlook or temperament. Like there's certain styles of YouTuber that you can be, which is very good for getting more views. Um, and I feel like I tried to kind of be maybe a little bit more true to myself and like not over exaggerate certain like aspects. Like, you know, there's a version of my lovely world where like if I lose at a mini game, I get angry and freak out or something, rather than being like, oh well, we all had fun, or if like something goes wrong in what I'm doing and just like rolling with it and laughing at it. And then I think another thing I'm always like a big fan of is just like being a little bit less serious and like not trying to look cool. I think a lot of people really try to like really think about the way they're outwardly presenting, and I think playing the fool, being the butt of the joke, and just being silly and being okay with that is, I think, like if you get to that level, you can just be a little bit more comfortable with yourself and you're a bit more welcoming and approachable from other people. I mean, they're not really things I consciously think about making my videos, but I hope some of that has maybe, I guess, imprinted or being picked up by viewers. What is next for me? So I finished doing Lovely World and essentially doing Stampy videos. There will probably be one-off ones that I'll do, but in general, I'm kind of finished with that standard Let's Play format. I'm currently working with 4J Studios, working on a new game that they're making. I've been there since the beginning of the year, so I've been doing it for quite a few months now, and that's going good. That's all exciting. I'm still hoping to finish the books that I've been writing. It's all been put on hiatus just because I've been very busy. I haven't really had a chance to have a look at it. And then I also have another channel, which I do with an old school friend of mine called Ollie, called The Bonus Points. And we have a podcast there, and we do videos on all sorts of games that I wouldn't feature on my Stampy channels. We still don't swear or anything, but we kind of feature a wider variety of games there. And we do kind of 1 or 2 videos a week over there, kind of just for fun. So I'm planning to keep doing that as well. Still doing stuff with Squishy, kind of just being like a guest on their channel, where we do, mainly kind of like co-op games or kind of couch co-op games, which is kind of very casual. We just set up in the living room. We don't even go to our office, and we kind of just play a game as we are and be silly. So yeah, that's probably the closest to the Stampy style stuff. We're playing through Luigi's Mansion 3 at the moment, and that's been good fun. One of the other things I've been working on is getting my world ready to be released on the Minecraft marketplace. I guess this will be the first place I announce it. Like, that world is ready. It's had approval that it's good to go. I've checked that it runs on Switch and really low-end phones, so that is ready, and I've got a trailer ready and stuff. But the process to actually getting it on the marketplace is quite long and a little bit out of my control. But hopefully it won't be too long now. And so there's stuff hidden in the world that no one's seen, that is references to stuff in the books, and people may never find them, but that's quite funny for me. In terms of my work, which was a lot, because I went through and tried to fix anything not working, any of the mini games. I had to do a load of changes. I checked every single chest to make sure what should be in there is and what shouldn't be in there isn't. And so it was actually took quite a lot of work, even though the world, like, I'm not building new stuff and that, like, I want it to look, obviously people don't want a bunch, they want it to look like the lovely world they've seen in videos, but there was like a lot of changes that I had to make just because I knew, like, this is the final version, this is what people are going to play forever. I had to get it perfect, so there was quite a lot of work that went into kind of getting it there and getting it optimized for running on lower end versions. There were certain things that I could do to not change the appearance but to make the game run better, so I've been doing a lot of that stuff. I said it to you kind of before we started recording, but just want to say thank you to you and then everyone else who was in the video that you put out. You were added to my Love Garden for. Well, you were all added to my Love Garden for. Thank you very much for everyone that contributed to that video. Like, as someone who's done a lot of editing, I could tell that took a lot of time to put together. And whenever you're organising groups and say, like, everyone quick, like, submit your things and arranging where it to go, like, I know there's a lot of work that goes into that kind of stuff. And the messages that people said in it were all really lovely. So yeah, thank you once again, everyone who was involved in that.